Those who have ears to hear, let them listen. So I want to talk about the problem with works, because yes, works and faith go hand in hand in the Christian life, and they're both very important. But there is multiple issues that arises through it. Okay, and I'll explain after I read this. Okay, did you receive the Spirit by the works of the law or by believing what you heard? Are you so foolish? After beginning by means of the Spirit, are you now trying to finish by means of the flesh? So again, I ask, does God give you by his Spirit and work miracles among you by the works of the law or by believing what you heard? So also Abraham believed God and was credited to him as righteousness. So lots of the times we can get caught up in doing our works, making sure that we're checking off all the boxes, or even making sure that we're serving in all the right places, doing all the right things, right? I've fallen into that trap many times before, in ways of trying to get my life back on track, because then I turn back to God, and I'm like, okay, then I'll turn back to God, and then he'll make everything better in this situation because now I'm following God. But no, we see it all the time in the Bible, especially with Elijah calling Elisha. He was plowing his ox, right? Or using the ox and plow. He wasn't plowing the ox. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean. He was doing the field work, and Elijah was like, "Yo, follow me." And then Elisha was like, "That sounds awesome. Good, I will." And then he killed his ox, and then he used the plow, and then he turned it into an altar, and then he burned it, and then gave it to a feast for his whole family. What that means is he left his entire old life behind, right? So you can't expect God to work in one certain way, because that's never how he works. Okay, you can't put him in any sort of box. Even when you're praying and you're saying, "Hey, I want this one thing," he never answers. Sometimes he does, and it's awesome. But like, the way he answers prayers is never exactly how you think, and never especially exactly when you think. But the thing is, when he does answer, it's always perfect and exactly how it's meant to be. So never shy away from praying from something, especially if it's something that's been refused. Okay, but that's a different topic, what I'm saying. Okay, so works can turn into self-righteousness. Look back in chapter 2 of Galatians. It says, for through the law I died to the law, so that way I might live for God. I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live, the body I live by faith in the Son, God who lives among me. Basically what that's saying is, okay, so just the same way that you were saved, and everybody who's been saved at rock bottom can agree, and I think that's one of the most powerful places you can be saved, and it's awesome. It often gives you so much zeal going forward. That does not mean that you should go purposely try to hit rock bottom at all. Don't do it. If you can avoid it, do. Okay, but when the Lord comes in and saves the day at any moment, or saves you, or opens your eyes, or anything that he's ever done, right? It's not you. It's never you. You are the screw up in the story, right? And that's the same thing with the whole Bible. The Bible isn't about you. The Bible is about God, right? And so that's another comforting thing that you should learn about your works, is it's him that's allowing you to be able to do it. It's him that's giving you the confidence to go up and talk to these people. It's him that's providing you with everything you need, because it says, ask and it will be given to you. And that's not talking about, oh, I need $1 million, and then boom, you're going to get $1 million. That's talking about the fruits of the Spirit that you need in every situation. Ask for that, and then you're going to get that in order to be able to do what he's asking you to do, because you'll get the nudge to be like, oh, go spread the gospel to that person. I'm scared. God, please give me the strength. Boom. It's like all of a sudden you're not scared anymore. It's awesome, right? But then doing that too often can get you in a trap of self-righteousness. But the thing is, what was the main thing that Paul and all the apostles were always stressing about? Well, they were always stressing about a lot of things, but they were always talking about, it sounds contradicting, but they're always talking about how humble they were and how they humbled themselves before the churches that they were visiting. And they did so in order to remain keeping the blessings, and because they didn't want to be worshipped, and they Peter, after who's broken out of jail by God and the angel, he walked up to this one family, knocked on their door, and then everybody's like, oh my goodness, and then when he went to the centurion bowed before him, and he's like, yo, stand up, I'm just a man just like you, right? Because we are sinners. I myself, I am not somebody who should be like preaching the gospel per se, you know, because I've messed up so many times in my life. And I know that there's people that see my videos and don't even want to give me a chance to hear what I say because of how much I've done bad to them in my life and how much I've been just a screw up in my life, right? But the thing is, God overcomes that. And when he uses the broken vessels to pour into the new and pour into everyone else. Because that's the story of the entire Bible. He's using these broken people because he's like, hey, no, all of my creations are beautiful. I love every single one of you. And the broken people, he likes to use them because he knows they don't have it all together, and he knows that they will give the glory back to him. And he knows that when people see those broken people spreading the gospel and those broken people completely changed, then it will make everybody think like, what's gotten into them? And then ask. And then their answer should always be, it's God that's doing all this through me. It's like, that's the reason why. And it's so beautiful. And it's so awesome. And yeah, and then in the next video, because I don't want it to be too long, but I'm going to talk about what happens when you are living fully for God. Just a spoiler, it's basically the Psalms.